Zmiana jest trudna. Może nie być przyjemna. To ciężka praca. Jeszcze raz. Powtórz. Zmień coś. Zmiana jest nieunikniona. To młodość, radość, nowa energia, nowa siła. Zmiana to ty. Nowe w pełni elektryczne Porsche Macan. Bądź zmianą, pozostań sobą.
Australijski odcinek raju w swoim czerwonym Porsche 911 nazwanym Red 58. Wszyscy
Porsche. Napędzani marzeniami.
We are here with your first teacher, with Janusz Dudek, who is the chief driver of the instructors of Polish Experience France. Driving as learning driver with Janusz, I think, is a really great experience, because look where you are now.
Yes, of course, this was, I think, 11, 12 years ago. In Kielce, this was my first experience a long time ago. Yes, yes, we changed a little bit in this time. Okay, it was very nice experience. Of course, after the Kielce, then I was going to the racetracks around Europe, also with some other kind of cars and instructors. It's give me a lot. And then, on the end, to the real motorsport, I was coming with Harry Procik. Now it's my team boss, yes, where I'm driving, and he bring me to the real sport. And as Janusz told, it's, my first car was a GT4, but the old one. Of course, this was very nice step from the street car to the race car. But now the GT3 Cup is completely different. This is a real race car. but to make the step from the street car to the GT3 Cup car, it's too big, I think, for the most people.
You need something, definitely, you need something in between, something in the middle, just to understand the tire, just to understand the rotation of the car. Of course, we have the mid-engine concept in the 718 Club Sport, right? And the GT3 is a rear-wheel driven and rear engine mount car, so it makes a big difference. Of course, the level of, let's say, electronics, which are working behind the scene, just to help you to be safe on track. In the GT3 car, of course, you have much more fun. But you need a bit of more precision. The car is basically more demanding, for the driver. Then that's actually something that we are working here at the Porsche Experience on the track experience events. The event we are holding now is combined, or it's mixed with Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe. So we are sharing the track, and during the breaks in the race weekend, we use this opportunity. We take this opportunity actually to learn our customers. They achieved a certain level with the road cars, so we can make this little switch from road tire to the racing car. And we are doing this step by step. So we have 6 GT4 RSs Club Sports here, up to 16 guests, 16 customers, and also working with, in my opinion, the best Polish instructors that we have here, also with a racing background. So it's really good actually to work with the instructor, but as you see, I always mention this, so when we are starting from the base level, drivers who are just for the first time at the racetrack, gaining experience, getting better and better, but on a certain level, you come to the ceiling and you think it's over. No, it's not over. Take the stairs, go to the rooftop, and now the world is beautiful. Yeah? You see everything around, and you have much more ahead of you, and this is the motorsport, and that's why we are all here.
Yeah.
That was an interview with Franz Dziwok, GT3 Cup driver, and Janusz Dudek, instructor of Porsche Experience, track experience project from Porsche to learn how to drive fast, how to drive wisely, especially to be a great driver, not only at racetrack, but as well at legal roads. Speaking of what we are seeing now, it's short highlights from first and second race, sprint race, where one Lithuanian driver won as well in the first and in the second race. Exactly, that was Edvardas Klepikas with great efforts, and car number 69 coming third and fourth at both sessions. That was a great opportunity in race 2 to be even on second position, but still looking for great tempo and closing the gap. Sometimes we made mistakes, as unfortunately Ulrich does, and also going wide the driving car number 11 by Herbert Geis. He made great efforts to climb from the down of the ladder just to the biggest, the highest step on it. First race and third and second as well. So great effort after disqualification because of height level of the car that was 2 millimeters too low to the ground. First race ended with a safety car driven by Krystian Korzeniowski, and safety car was on the track because of Leo Willert, car number 28, and his mistake. After that, we were ready to race 2 with Porsche Club Poland women getting known with Poznań racetrack, getting known with all the motorsport stuff because of their love to the cars. Great atmosphere, great people here on a Poznań racing circuit, and another 25 minutes of racing. And one more time we sing car number 11, Herbert Geis, with great attitude and giving step by step higher in the pack. And as we saw now with slides oversteering on few corners, not only him had some problems, even the race leader from time to time had some actions with going too wide. The car 28 with very friendly Freddy Fast. I think the most smiley guy here on Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe this weekend. And one more time, speaking about Edwardas Klepikas on the radar. Later on the race, he had some problems, I believe. Here in highlights, we would see this action during this time of the race. Car number 69 was still in the third place, then 84 had a problem and being lapped by other pack, as well as second car on the grid went too far at the unknown and then dropped to fourth place. That was the moment when very wide once again went Herbert Geis, and after that car number 5 needed to retire, and 69 with Ulrich Tiger went once again too far and hit the tires on the outside. But the car is ready to the 100 miles of Poland, which what is in a few minutes, and this is the situation I was talking about. The car number 27 and Edwardas Klepikas and the checkered flag went to Edwardas Klepikas with great efforts to 2 races. He is, as we could see it screens, very, very happy with that, as we been talking with 2 interviews after the race, and the beautiful pictures of joy and happiness with the most successful guys on the track. Prize giving ceremony with beautiful women and especially happy men in the Pro-Am and Am class of Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe. There is going to be some interviews we've made yesterday and today. So maybe just here, as we stand, we are going to start our interview. Are we live? Yeah, we are live. So, my name is Maciek.
Hey, Karel. Nice to meet you.
You are here at Poland, so I'd like to ask about the society and the track of Polish asphalt and Polish people. Do you recognize as well the racing situation and the people situation as good for you?
Yeah, the track is very nice. I mean, like, it's like, you know, like in park, let's say, or like it's all green around, but it's a like old school track. It's really bumpy. It's changing a lot actually from yesterday to today. There's like a lot of changes. We actually like now deep in the setup changes and so on, because the car it's difficult to drive at the moment. So we have to improve something. But in general, you know, we like this place. We were here like 2 years ago already with the old Porsche with 991. Now we are here with 992s. So we enjoy tomorrow's races, and yeah, we go through the 3 practices and the qualifying tomorrow.
My name is Harald Protzig. I'm 48 years old. I'm racing since 30 years ago and have my own team since 2 years. And I'm the team boss here from Pro Racing.
So one of your driver is Franz Dziwok. How is to work with him? Is he a good driver, easy driver to talk?
I know him already, I think, I don't know it exactly, but several years, 5, 6, 7 years. We work in the past together, it was always nice and successful. And especially here in the Porsche Sprint Challenge, he was also very successful the last 2, 3 years here in this championship. And this year also, and in his home race, I think he had an extra motivation. So we will see how it's going.
How long is the list? What to do? You need to do before preparing to get your car and your team and your drivers and the mechanics to another racetrack. If it's already done, tell us what you have done and what it's still today and at Friday in front of you to deal with it.
On the race week, it's always the same plan for the engineers or for the mechanics. Important is always the setup, that this is okay from the brake side, from the engine side, from the chassis side. But on the racetrack, it's, I would say, normal work. The main work is before we go on the racetrack, at home, in the workshop, to prepare the cars correctly. But this mechanic what we have are all from Carrera Cup Germany, Porsche Super Cup Germany, so they are really experienced one and they make a good job.
How do you recognize Poznań racing circuit as a track and as a society? Did you meet with some people? Did you recognize it as quite good for those cars and your setup or not?
Society, I'm not the guy to make a lot of society, but from the track side, it's a very, very nice track. It's a shame that there are not so many races here. From the track side, I think it's one of the interesting circuits what we have in the calendar. Maybe the pits and so on are not the newest one, but anyway, this is not so important. The people are nice here, the food is good, so everything fine.
These were compliments from the chief of Pro Racing, the chief of Franz Dziwok and Fischer Automotive car, which we are looking for at our screens. And second row with number 69, first at the wheel is Ulrich. So Franz is going to sit after half an hour. And speaking about 100 miles of Poland, we are going to race in 2 parts, 30 minutes each. After the 30 minutes of first stint, we are going to stop and then have a 10-minute break. The cars that have, the teams that have 2 drivers, there is a time to swap the driver, but for those drivers who are driving alone, they are going to step out of the vehicle or not, but I believe most of them are going to step out, and then they are going to have a rest, maybe a quick cold session with ice and water, and during that 10 minutes we are going to make some interviews with them. Of course, some of them would be so much exhausted, but I believe there would be someone to talk. I've been speaking with Ulrich, with Franz, with Herbert Geis to make some interview, and on our screens is the other Lithuanian talking about I don't know if it's Tauras Tunela, but if it's not him, we would have some information about that. But I believe that Eduardas Klepikas is not going to appear in 100 miles of Poland, as he told us in a short interview after second session. So maybe even if there would be less cars on the grid, still we are going to have great fun. Car number 5 at our screen. With problems and second race, but still the smile and the good mood in and out of the car still is there. So wish them all good luck. Double of 30-minute stint. Car number 85 belongs to Petr Breczka and Karol Neffe. And it's looking like Petr is going to start the race. So Petr Breczka is in the car. And I believe that in a few seconds we are going to have last signal. Yeah, little misunderstanding, fist bump and high five. And Poznań track layout, 14 corners, 9 to the right and 5 to the left, a little bit more than 4 kilometers, 12 meters wide. And the most trickiest one, the third corner, Devil's Smile. After it is Roman's Belly, or Unknown, speaking by the amateur drivers, and the beautiful rudder, the 11, 12 and 3rd position. Speaking about the grid, Caius Sisknelis is going to make the front row with Ulrich Ziegler. After I heard the team conversation, at 3rd place Stinanski is Fepes with Peter Brunner next to them. This is 2 first rows. So a little bit changes from the squad of the drivers. At 5th position, Tomasz Lach and Dan Arrow. At Beat Guns at 6th. Then 4th row is belonging to Rustejka and Bartkus, and along them Breczka and Neffe. And in the other rows, Willert and Freddy Fast. Near them, in the last row, Herbert Geis after disqualification. But as he told me, that would be a very, very big challenge for him. But the challenge is in the name of the series, so he take the glove. And looking forward for it. Looking forward to it, and with his efforts, with his determination, looking to widen the track just to be faster, with his eager of fast driving. I believe he is even able to move the mountains. So let's have a look. More than an hour of racing. Of course, 2 sessions, each 30 minutes long, and 10-minute break between them to swap the drivers or to have a rest. Krystian Korzeniowski leading the pack in Porsche Taycan. I was hoping that maybe him or Janusz Dudek would appear here as an expert commentator, but unfortunately they need to be on duty. I don't know how medical car could bring someone to 2-seater GT3 RS, but the duty of a medical car is so important, just as the safety car. And we need to wait a few seconds for the start. Christian turned his Taycan to the pit lane, and waiting for the lights to go off. We are racing in 100 miles of Poland in Poznań racing track. The drivers are going to Baba Yaga, which is the first big corner. And the Lithuanian car is still at the lead, but I think 69 is still second. What about the braking zone? Look at 11 car. He is in the middle of the pack, starting from the last position. So the thing that we saw in this race, number 1 and number 2, I believe he could be even in 7th or 6th position. What a great effort from experienced German driver. Sitting into a car like George Clooney in American cinemas, like a great actor from Hollywood. Great jokes off the track, great attitude, and even better driving on the track. Pushing to the limit, looking like he is 5th fastest at the track. And that's correct, but what is also very good to see is that first 3 cars are close to each other, and Herbert Gase is looking for being 4th after only 4 kilometers. But it isn't the place to overtake now, but he's very, very close to the 4th place. Looking on the live timing, we have Kajus Sisknelis, Urlish Ziegler, Tomasz Lach and Aurelius Rustejka. Then is Herbert Gase from 12th position to the 5th. And the gaps between 1st, 2nd and 4th stabilization. There's a stabilization in the gaps, but I see, as you could see as well, that Herbert Gase is now at 4th position, going in big chase for podium even in this race. But still there is a little bit less than an hour. And watching the first car and chasing them, Ulrich Ziegler and Tomasz Lach. For sure, Franz Dziwo could have a difficult task to do, because after the changing the drivers, Dan Arrow would appear in that car. So after big experience of Dan Arrow with multiple of GT3 and Cup cars, especially in Porsche, this is going to be a tough task. And Herbert Gase is the fastest car on the track, 1:32 seconds and 9 thousandths. And he's getting closer and closer to Tomasz Lach and Ulrich Ziegler. And there is a chase, and they are trying to attack each other, even 5 drivers for position number 5. Behind the car number 5, what a coincidence. 3/5 in one action. Leo Villert trying to get closer to the cars in front of him, and big braking zone to the current corner. And my sightseeing, which is so beautiful to see all of the stuff from Pro Racing, watching live stream by wenasportlive. So they need to shake hands with Franz Dziwo for his great appearance and idea to have this on the 3rd round of Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe here in Tor Poznań. And still 5 drivers waiting for attack to the 5th place and car number 5. Aurelius Rustejka, driver from Lithuania. Getting out out of this slipstream. Peter Brunner is believing that at the braking point he would have some opportunity to be at 5th position. So we are looking for exit from Big Pan, but still car number 5 can defend this position. But another braking zone. Trying to go on the inside, 3 cars wide, I believe. But still nothing changes. Once again there's a shot from Bit Guns, but nothing happens. He's still 7th position. And Herbert Geis is trying to overtake Thomas Lach. He's getting closer and closer. Great view for this slipstream by 5 cars, even 7. Looking like all of the drivers feeling that they are faster than maybe Aurelius Rustejka appearance now. Going through the radar. Pack is closing. And trying to attack and gain the position from Beat Guns. I think that is a very slow exit of the corner made by Peter Brunner, so maybe even Peter Breczka would gain another position. At the big hunt on Kaius Sisknales. The hunter is Ulrich Ziegler with 69 white and red Porsche 911, and another action behind even two positions lost by Aurelius Rustejka to Beat Guns and Peter Brunner. What a disaster in one lap, even half a lap, losing 2 positions. The group is being led by Beat Guns, then Peter Brunner, and even, I think, Peter Breczka. So, 4 position down, or 3 position down. Something might have happened to the car. And drivers are believing in themselves, pushing much harder after overtake on Aurelius Rustejka in car number 5. The gaps are extending between the cars, so they are driving now in their own tempo. More than 8 minutes of this first stint. Kaius Sisknaris is still at the lead. And now Peter Breczka is trying to catch Beat Guns. Another overtaking opportunity here at Devil's Smile, but I think there is nothing changes. And Aurelius Rustejka needs to watch his mirrors, because Herbert Karrer is also eager to gain 1 position. The fastest car on the track is leader of this race, Kaius Sisknalis, 1:32.884. But Ulrich Ziegler has his lap only 16 thousandths of a second slower, so the tempo is very, very, very close. It's not karting, it's big cars for big guys. So 16 thousandths of the seconds isn't a safe gap for Kaius Sisknalis. And let's believe that we could have some kind of action, some kind of overtakes, defending battles here at the lead and even in the rest of the pack. There is a hunting game between Ulrich and Kaius. And another battle, Herbert Geisch and Thomas Lach. Thomas being passed after this lap. Herbert moving up to third position. Little bit of rear oversteering in car number 27. And once again the second battle of the track. The closest one for now, I think. "20 minutes to the first stint, till the first stint ended. And the 69 car at our screen. Hard braking, short but hard, to third or fourth gear. And then big pan through the little corner number 2 and 3rd, which is Devil's Smile. Very dangerous corner and a tricky one. Unknown, known as well as Roman's Belly. Now for Herbert Geisch and Thomas Lach. And the exit of the short straight part to the braking zone on the corn, the small pan, and 2 corners and the standings. With a wide exit going under the oak trees, turn 9 and turn 10. And the gap between first and second pair of the drivers are extending. But still first and second, third and fourth are driving close to each other. And after that, with Gans, Peter Brecka and Peter Brunner extending the gaps between each other. Even if Herbert Geisch have great tempo, there is still close Thomas Lach, so he needs to watch out. No room for mistakes, but I think him trying to drive easy because there is no wide excursions. Driving very safe racing line. And as I could see, Franz Dziwok is still watching, still analyzing the rivals' tactics. Talking with crew chief of Pro Racing. What should they done? "16 minutes left to the driver swap, driver changes. Or for the single team drivers, of course, to have a rest of this endurance experience here in Poznań. Gaps are extending a little bit. But still, we have a look on Herbert Geisch and Thomas Lach, as this is the closest pair of drivers here at Poznań. Seeing how Thomas Lach is braking to the third corner. But he is catching the racing line of Herbert Geisch, as he told me that it is going to be a very, very big challenge to drive double stint, so he might saving his energy for rest of the race, especially because Danaro is going to swap Tomasz Lach for second stint. So there is some kind of dilemma, because he knows that Tomasz Lach might heard from his teammates, or is hearing all the time, to push, to be as close as it is possible. Sometimes this kind of pressure given to other driver make him to make mistakes, pushes somebody to make mistakes. So I think that is the task for Tomasz Lach for this first 30 minutes and less than a quarter to the end of first stint. And he really couldn't go fast enough to lose Tomasz Lach on his end. So he's keep trying. Now watching the leader and second car of this race, Kaius Zisknalis and Ulrich Zeiger. The gap is very, very close. And this is the same situation as in the third and fourth drivers on the grid, because in the car number 69, Franz Dziwok is going to swap with Ulrich Zeiger, but not the Lithuanian driver. Edwardas made 2 sprint races, and Kaius is going to finish it by himself. Only 10 minutes to have a rest. And on the bottom of the ladder there is still 3 cars that could race each other. I believe Aurelius Rusteika lost his place to Leo Willert, and Günther Benninger is still there. So maybe there is a possibility to swap positions. Leo Willert is going to swap with Freddy Fast. What about Aurelius Rusteika? He is starting in Pro-Am, so there is a possibility maybe there is a driver to swap. Less than 12 minutes to end off the first stint. Looking for battle for 10th. And those cars are close to being... Oh, maybe not so that close to being lapped. The last one is Andrew Konica, and there is still about 25 seconds between leader and the last one. And still the battle in the back of the pack, where Aurelius Rusteika is losing other positions. Günther Benninger is trying all his best. And waiting on the chicane throughout standings. The leader of the race extending the gap, I think. 2 options. Maybe he is just on the spot, on his good moment to fill the car. Kaius Zisknalis is running out from Ulrich Zeiger. But still, it's not a big gap, nothing impossible to catch. And less than 10 minutes to driver swap. Franz Dziwok is getting ready, as I could see. But still watching the gap, still watching what Ulrich Ziegler is driving. Still good effort from young German driver to staying behind. Kaius Sisknalis is still a gap to fight in a long distance race, as well as Herbert Geis and Thomas Schlach, giving the opportunity to the second driver to catch and pass. The hunting is still in the game. Our local hunting games with Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe here in Poznań on the third round of this year's Cup. And believing that this is not the last live stream from Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe, thanks to our sponsors. Thinking about 4th and 5th race and Grobnik and in Brno. 4th and 5th round in September this year. In as good place as Polish racetrack. Grobnik in Croatia. And in Czech Republic, the last round of Automotodrom Brno. The first card, number 28, is going to be lapped. And there might be some mistake from Thomas Schlach, because Herbert Geis is now extending the gap. And blue flag driver, which Leo Villertis, Leo Villertis, I'm sorry. An opportunity for Ulrich Ziegler to have a slipstream from Leo Villert. But Leo on the live timing is having something like a word that means that he could be in the pits. So maybe that was what happened. And there is a possibility that he really was in the pits, so now he is going to be blue flagged and lapped by car number 69, but still Ulrich Ziegler is trying to use the slipstream. Car number 28 is making. And once again with the leader of the pack, Kaius Sisknalis, car number 27. Very, very good times on the table. But still, he needs to think about second stint. If 10 minutes is enough for him to refuel the energy for his own. This is so incredible for the drivers that are going to have one long stint with 10 minutes break, but still the three. Sorry, excuse me, I just lost my word. Of course, I was thinking about fresh blood behind the wheel in car number 69, sorry, or Thomas Lach swapping with Dana Rowe on 64. What a hot day we have in Poznań racing circuit. Tires and brakes have difficult weather to work with, as well as the drivers and as well as the Polish commentator losing English words. 27 still on the lead. Polish Tiger is probably thinking about end of the stint, losing time to car number 27, but not more than 3 laps, I believe. There is to have a rest, to swap the drivers in the cars. Very common endurance regulations, that to have 1 hour endurance in Summing. The Fiat Central Europe Zone GT3 cars have this formula as well. Maybe not with the part in the middle. For example, Polish Championship have 2 hours endurance, and some classes have a mandatory stop with mandatory waiting time. I remember Miro Konopka with his LMP2 and LMP3 cars made his mandatory stop, but just to wait. And this is what Herbert Gase is going to do. And his teammates preparing for him called towels. Because only in 2 minutes he is going to beat for the rest. And in 2 minutes I would be walking through the paddock, talking with the drivers, trying to catch what is happening on the track, what happened to Aurelius Rustejka. So he lost so many places, and there is Pro Racing paddock, Pro Racing garage with Frank Dziwok ready to hop in the car. A little bit too wide in Günther Benninger car. Aurelius Rustejka having him at the back. And Herbert Gase is closing to 28th Leo Villert, Porsche 911, the lapped car. 1 minute left. We are in the opposite place of the track from start and finish line. "45 seconds to go, and the leader of the race is at the last straight below the bridge, under the bridge. Blue flags for Leo Villert. And team members from Herbert Gase car waiting for him, smiling, having their time of their life here at Poznań Racing Circuit. 10 seconds to go. And I believe we have started another lap. The lap where Ulrich Ziegler trying to catch last seconds. Close the gap to Lithuanian driver Kaius Sisknelis. The Fischer Automotive Porsche 911 on our screen. Going to prepare myself for short interviews with drivers I could catch. Of course, maybe not all of them would like to talk. But still believing that the best comments of what is going on here in Poznań at the track from the drivers themselves. So the leading cars are going to the pit lane. So this is the signal as well for me to transport there and try to catch the best few sentences from there, from the drivers, to know how the track is it fast or not, are they exhausted. So stay tuned, and in a few seconds we are trying to talk with the drivers here after first stint of 100 miles of Poland. Okay, so here with Ulrich and Franz, I believe that was a great stint with your driving, but after 20 minutes it was hard to catch the first car, but still the car is on the track, so Franz could do his job and regain the first position.
Well, it was a tough battle, for sure. We had to deal with guys that we had to overlap. So the overlapping was not as easy and as smooth as it should be. So we have to look into that. The rest was fine. I tried to stay as close as possible to the first car. In the start, don't lose a position, and this worked pretty good. And I could maintain a constant pace without killing the tires. This was the most important part because it's a 1 hour long race. Franz has to survive the last 30 minutes, so it is a team sport in that case, more than ever. And yeah, I think Franz has the best possibility to continue and yeah, have a very good race.
Franz, I'd like to ask on your strategy, because Lithuanian rival in front of you is after his 30 minutes stint. So are you going to rest your energy till the last 10 minutes and catch him in the last of the race? What should we expect from you?
You know, Eduard is a very fast driver. It will be very difficult. You saw it in the 2 races, sprint races, that he's very fast. So I think I have to try to keep my position. So this should be the goal, yes. Of course, there are some fast drivers in the back behind me, so...
It's not Eduardas, it's Caius. It's another driver. They told me that Eduardas is going only 2 sprint races, so he's fresh. You need to prepare yourself for good battles.
Okay, so I will also look forward.
I've been seeing you all the time. You was watching the live stream, so you know his lines, you know when you could be faster. You're a very, very fast driver at the second part of the track. Maybe this is the good point to trying to overtake.
Yes, I will try my best. So hopefully it will be work. So we will see. I think very important are the first 1-2 laps, so to come in the rhythm of the race. So this should be my goal for the first 2 minutes.
And I wish you this rhythm you would like to have. Good luck and catch the first place.
Thank you.
Great driving from Ulrich as well, but I'd like to catch the other great timer, but he might have some rest because I don't see Herbert anywhere. But Dan is here, so asking Dan if he would like to focus or maybe a little interview before the race.
I have some time.
Yeah, of course. So Dan Arrow here with me. Thomas did a great job to catch the tempo of Herbert, and Herbert might have been exhausted after 30 minutes of racing. You hopping in the car fresh, so should we expecting you the battle for third or even higher and higher?
I hope to have some fun and fight towards the leader. So we see. I think we have some good chances, good odds in front of us.
Such an ambitious driver. You are thinking not about the third one, but the first one already. So I wish you doing it. You watched their driving style. Are you having some plan how to overtake them?
Go faster.
As simple as that, as in interview on Friday?
Exactly.
The simplest way to overtake driver being faster. Dan, thank you very much and wish you good luck.
Thank you.
That was Dan Arrow, very experienced driver from lots of series, the Cup 1 and the GT3 one, driving with lots of experience and trying to catch someone else. He's Karol Nefte, I believe. So can we talk for some seconds? Karol Nefte is here with me. Of course, we are waiting for Dan to hop in the car. Karel, good sixth place. Great job done by Peter. Are you going to fight for fifth? Do you believe it's coming for you?
Yeah, it's more important to keep the first place in the class actually. So if we keep the 6th place, that means that we will be the first one in the class. So it's the one we'll.
So who are you most afraid of? Who is behind the car?
Excuse me?
Who is behind you? Who are you most afraid to in Class AM?
It's the Peter Bellner actually, the 19 car. So yeah, it's the guy just behind me.
So I wish you good luck and be as defensive, as fast as you could possibly do. Good luck.
Thank you.
So speaking with the car behind him, Peter Brunner, if he could talk with us. Peter, could we talk for 30 seconds? Can we talk a little bit?
No, I'm
Oh, you focused? You focused? Okay. Okay, so Peter is focusing on his job to be second now and maybe third. Sorry, maybe first, catching the car number 85, which Karel is driving, taking it from Petr Brečka. Next after them is Rupert and Karer. Then Gunther Benninger. And Aurelius Rustejka has been changed by Bartkus, now in the fifth car. Can we have short interview now? Or you need to focus? You need to focus, or we could have short interview? Yeah, of course, so I'm going to. Aurelius went out of the car, and the changing driver Bartkus can have an interview with us. But I believe we maybe need to finish this interview section, because nearly drivers are going to race again. We have first information that people which are not this one mechanic should leave the track, so I need to leave as well. But let's go to the commentary box, and then we could hear once again, one last time here in Poznań at third round Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe at Poznań Racing Circuit. Thank you very much. Kaius Sisknalis is going to continue, so he has 30 minutes of stints behind him, and behind him he have drivers with new energy, such as Franz Chivok, who changed Ulrich Zeigler. Franz in red and white Porsche 911 GT3 Cup, number 69, just behind him, with 30-minute stint, Herbert Geis. And then Dan Arrow, a very experienced driver. And what is very, very exciting that Franz Dziwok went in similar gap with Kaius Sisknelis. So we could believe that there is going to be a fight between them. We're still seeing what is happening in the end of the pit lane. Drivers getting their way to the track. Some problems with starting the car. With anti-stall procedure. So maybe that was the problem for Kaius Sisknelis, and that's why Franz Dziwok went in very, very close conditions. But the race is going, I think, so this is the time to catch our drivers at the track. And I've been at the pit lane to short pit lane walk, and I need to admit that it's so hot here in Greater Poland Voivodeship here in Poznań. So I believe that the cars are in the hell temperature. And the first car is so close to the last that exited. The pits, and immediately blue flags for them. And the gap to leading car for Franz Dziwok, it's only 1.6 seconds. The other closing gap is Karol Neffe at Peter Brunner. They are fighting for first place in GT3 AM. The only car on the grid in GT3 Pro is Dan Arrow. So even if Herbert Regeis would got passed by Dan Arrow, they are fighting in different classes. Only depends if Porsche Spring Challenge Central Europe during 100 miles of Poland are celebrating as well with the general classification, giving the prizes to all of the cars, no matter what class they drove. Freddy Fast in 12th position. He needs to carry on, catch the pack. Ivan Peklin in car 84 at 11th place. Günther Benninger is 10th as he was. And the fastest car on the track is Dan Arrow, 1:32, 397th, tenths of the second. Not tenths but thousandths of the second. And unfortunately, Franz Dziwok losing time to Kaius Sisknelis. Believe that it happened during lapping car number 28. Looking for the closest gap at the track. And still it's Karol Neffe and Peter Brunner. Looking for cars. Exiting last corner. And car number 5, which belongs to Mariusz Bartkus now. What a shame we couldn't talk with each other, but still we had to leave the track, which is understandable. And Dan Arrow is faster and faster, second by second, with purple second and third sector, 29.271 and 24.125. car of Franz Dziwok and Herbert Geiss is separated by Freddy Fast, the blue flagger for now. Watching second stint with cars. Oh, we have 3 cars wide entering the turn 9, trying to overtake each other because Dan Arrow is so close to Herbert Geiss, and Freddy Fast, the blue flagger, is still in front of them. But Dan Arrow made his move, and now he is at 3rd position. Not only he is in another class, in GT3 Pro, not Pro Aim, as Herbert Geiss. He managed to overtake both of the drivers, not only the car on the same lap, but as well the blue flagger. And Herbert Geiss on our screen, trying to catch Dan Arrow, at least his great racing line. Dan Arrow talking like a Sigma guy, just being faster. He is so competitive on the track, and by his own decision maybe he could be very, very active in conversation, but seconds before hopping into the car, driving his 30-minute sets, 30-minute stint, making interview like Kimi Raikkonen. The only thing that he didn't do was this famous voix, but still the answers very great. Being faster to overtake, and this strategy works very, very well, making the fastest approach at sector 1. So now he has 3 sectors in purple for himself. The fastest lap 1:31.819. Sorry, 11. So his fastest sectors might be even faster, but still with 31 seconds at the table. GT3 cars, when Dan Arrow as well appeared here in Poznań Racing Circuit, he could do in low 28, but for GT3 Cup cars, the time 31 is a very, very good lap time, faster than others. And in the right corner we have the tracker with exact places of the drivers here at Poznań Racing Circuit, with the layout and live positions. Very, very great statistics shown on live timing that get race results come with results tracker and statistics. So it goes to like the data, the analytic statistics, as Lando Norris couldn't say the word, just as me now. Car number 28 on our screens, which belongs to Freddy Fast. Just as Herbert Geiss, so joyful, so smiley in the paddock, making jokes left and right. These are the people making the society of motorsport. It's an honor to have them here in Poland. And to go is 19 minutes, just exactly 19 minutes from now. So less than 20 minutes to end this 100 miles of Poland challenge. Trying to catch the cars, mostly because of how they are separated from each other. Dan Arrow has overtook the front GVOC 69 Porsche 911, and now he is chasing for Kaius Sisknalis. Only 6 seconds in front of him. He was losing more than 10 seconds after 8 minutes of this stint, so I believe there is less than 3 or 4 laps to catch car number 27. And what is happening now that Herbert Gaze is getting closer to Franz Givok. So maybe instead of catching Kaius Sisknalis, Franz is going to defend his position, not to lose it from Herbert Gaze. A little bit of dust in the air. And we are watching Karol Neffe and Beat Gans. Karol Neffe need to watch out, carry on the gap between him and Peter Brunner. There is only a second between them. This is a battle for the lead in EGG3 AM class. And Dan Arrow cut half of the second from the gap between him and the first driver, Kaius Sisknalis. So 6 minutes, 6 seconds to cut. With this lap times making in 12 laps. 12 laps is longer than 16 minutes. So he needs to catch up, carry on his lap times, get a little bit faster. But let's remember that Kaius Sisknalis is driving for 45 minutes. And he has been doing his job very, very well. More than a second to catch the gap between him and Kaius Sisknalis. So Dan Arrow choose the violence, as the memes said. And let's catch them in our screen. A quarter to end 100 miles of Poland. I'm curious if during this 1 hour race we could reach 100 miles, which is 160.9 kilometers, if I remember well. The difference between 1 mile and 1 kilometer. Looking at the beautiful trees around the Poznań racing circuit, now with Kaius Sisknalis, leader for now. But look how close Dan Arrow is now. 4.5 seconds in last lap. Now 3.8. This is the gap between first and second car. And Piotr Wira, another Polish driver, racing in GT Open and Polish Championship with one of the rival brands from Porsche. Looking for his friend, who Dan Arrow is for sure. And now at Roman's belly, known as unknown. Going wide, Franz Živok loses his place to Herbert Gase. Franz to carry on his lap times. He needs to catch a good rhythm to have his position back. Because Herbert is might be in the zone, but we do not know for how long. After 50 minutes of driving around the Poznań racing circuit. And the gap is still closing between first and second driver. I believe that it's close to 2 seconds for now. But let's have a confirm. Yes, of course, it's 2 seconds, 0.653, and the fastest lap so far. 1:31.63 tenths of the second. Great job for pro driver. And what about Herbert Gase and Franz Živok? We are still trying to know what happened there as Franz went wide. And this is the gap between them now. And then we are back to the battle for first place of this race, where Kaius Sisknalis and Dan Arrow pushing their car to the limits, especially of their own limits. Kaius, after long distance he made at 100 miles of Poland. The gap is still closing. 2.6 at last lap. What is it now? Is it less than 2 seconds or not yet? I need to have a confirmation. It's still 2 seconds. 2.361. Exiting the first very big, very fast Harpain. Braking to Devil's Smile, turn number 3, and turn number 4, which unknown is called. Trying to catch battle between Herbert and Franz. And the car number 5, Mariusz Bartkus, with Ivan Peklin chasing him. And now the leader. We need to watch his mirrors. 10 minutes to go. Look how Dan Arrow taking his racing line even half a centimeter across the track. Going wide, but still driving so fast. Under the bridge, the gap is looking like it is 1 second with something. So let's have a look. This gap is so much closing. 9 minutes to go now. and it's 1 second, 0.204. Dan is faster in every sector. 0.4 of the second each. So 4 times 3 sectors means that in the end of this lap, this gap between them both could go down to 0. So let's start the countdown. And this is the gap of them now, after turn number 7 and 8 under the standings. And once again, with the edge of this white line, going car number 64 to catch the leader of the race. And on the radar, turn 11, 12 and 13, going under the bridge. And let's have a look. Kaius Sisknalis did his best in the second sector, but still it might not be enough to keep his first place. Now gap cuts only by 0.4 of the seconds. Not just like a lap ago when there was 0.4 of the second each sector. Now just a full lap, but still it's quicker. And as we saw, Dan Arrow is pushing to the limit, driving on the edge of the circuit, trying to catch drivers on 3rd and 4th when Herbert Geis passed Franz Chivok. 4 seconds gap between them. And Dan Arrow is still so close. Is it that close to catch Kaius Sisknalis? Maybe on the radar. There is a big breaking point. They are now at the radar, at 2 corners under the oaks, and now at the radar. One of them going much more on the inside. Dan Arrow taking a big wheel on the outside. And now he's closing 6 minutes to go, 6.5. Only 2 or 3 lengths of the car between them. The gap that could be even gained on the 1 breaking point, but now at 3rd gear, going through the Baba Yaga, which also well could be named as a Big Pen. After the second little corner, going to the 3rd one, and at the braking zone there is no attack from Dan Arrow, but still shadowing his racing line. And there is going wide at Roman's belly and losing the place, defending on the inside, but I think now first is exactly Dan Arrow, but if 7th and 8th corner of the track is his, look how they are going side by side, but still the Dan Arrow, this very talented driver from the Netherlands with a Polish history of his family, he is now leading the race as the only one from EGT3 Pro class. Five minutes to go. The gap between Dan Arrow and Kaius Sisknalis is still not that extended, but waiting for some kind of mistake from Dan Arrow is pointless. So Kaius Sisknalis just need to make something special, something magic, something last ace to surprise all of us. But as Dan Arrow thought, he would like to have a battle for first place, and for now this battle is won by him. Four minutes to go on our screen. Battle between Mariusz Bartkus and Ivan Peklin. And leading cars, Dan Arrow and Kaius Sisknelis. Another time, car number 5 need to run away from Ivan Peklin in 84. And Kaius Sisknelis trying to match with the racing line of Dan Arrow's. But it's not an easy challenge. I think after this long reading of the race, Kaius Sisknelis should be still happy for what he have done. And if we could catch him for the interview, there is still a lot of stuff he has been doing all this race to be happy and proud. And now Herbert Geis have less than 7 seconds, but still more than 6 seconds gap on Frank Dziwok. So somehow Herbert Geis left for himself so much energy to continue. This crazy guy having great charisma here. The German could entertain us in the paddock and entertain us in the racing circuit. Going wide in race 1 and 2. But now very, very quietly, very calm drive from Herbert Geis. Less than 2 minutes till the end. Car number 69 on our screen. With some battle scars after going wide by Ulrich Zeigler on the exit of turn 8. What a shame that at the end we are not watching battle between Herbert and Franz. The gaps are extending all over the track. Maybe the closest gap is Karol Nefe and Peter Brunner, chasing each other with 1 second of the gap. Working for first place in EGT3 AM class. And Karol Nefe is in front of Peter Brunner still. And now Ivan Peklin and Mariusz Bartkus. They are swapping positions. Ivan was first, but now Mariusz Bartkus return. They are 8th and 9th overall. Seeing blue flags because just behind them is leader of the race, Kaius Sisknelis. No, sorry, Dan Arrow. Sisknelis is second now. I just get prepared to that Kaius was the leader, and now there is an attack from Ivan Peklin, and the attack is be done correct. Now he is back to 8th place. So at the first corner and the exit of the last corner, Ivan is quicker than Mariusz Bartkus, but remember that several times they overtook each other, so there is a last lap for all of the drivers, I believe. Less than 4 kilometers for Ivan Peklin and Mariusz Bartkus to know what places they are going to end. Last few corners to battle, and we are watching the leader of the race catching up to 4 places. From 4th to 1st in 30 minutes. Great job being done by Dan Arrow. And there are still the battles. Who is battling? Just before Dan Arrow's appearing to the finish line. It's not that important. Dan Arrow is the winner in the car 64 after changing Tomasz Lach in 100 miles of Poland. The second car is Kaju Sisknalis. Now we are waiting for Hubert Geis, who now finished the race. And Franz Dziwok as well, crossing the checkered flag. What's interesting, Mariusz Bartkus finished the race, but not Ivan Peklin. What about Karol Neffe, Karol Neffe at 6th place, and now Peter Brunner behind him. 3 cars to end this race. Ivan Peklin, Rupert Weisenlechner and Günther Benninger. And first place belongs to Dan Arrow and Tomasz Lach after great efforts on first stint driver Tomasz Lach, who could keep the gap between him and Hubert Geis, and after a few minutes Dan Arrow catch first Herbert and Franz, and then attacked for several laps Kaju Sisknalis, what gave him first place. And Karol Neffe wins with Peter Brecka in a GT3 AM in front of Peter Brunner. And Dan Arrow is so happy, flashing his lights. Drivers are preparing themselves for podium because there are going to be podium for Sisknalis, Geis, and pair of the drivers, Franz Dziwok and Ulrich Zeigler, who is preparing himself just behind my back now. And greetings, congratulations to Tomasz Lach and Dan Arrow from the team mechanics. So let's focus on the winning drivers. There is a good time to go out of the commentary box and have a little conversations with the winning drivers to being known what have happened on the track. Are they happy with their results? I'm sure they are, because the podium is for them. So let's hear and being seen in a few seconds.
F11 nazwanym Red 58 przez te dwie.
Porsche. Napędzani marzeniami.
5, 4, 3.
Behind me is the beautiful Macan, which is at the exhibition here at Poznań Racing Circuit, and now Herbert Geis is with me with his great effort, great battle, third time today with great experience and great driving throughout this last hour. How are you doing? Like, what talent, what amount of talent you need to have to drive as fast?
I think the good thing is to say for the podium first and second is that they are very tough drivers. So if I would be on P2, I think the result is not very difficult it's not very different. So I'm happy to come from the last place now to P2 in the 1 hour race, but it's very tough. That's why we have also some drivers who are sharing the car for 2 times 30 minutes. And if you race all the races, it's a tough day, and I'm happy to be at the finish line and without any damage. So we will see in the next race if there's more talent.
What a classy and respectful answer from Herbert Geis. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
And now part of the drivers who finished third in their class, Franz Dziwok and Ulrich Zeigler is as well with me. I'd like to invite you here in front of this beautiful Porsche Macan. A great battle from your car, great I believe tempo from you two both, but still you are on the podium, so it's a good thing to be happy from.
Yes, I'm happy. I told you before this will be a very tough race because there are very fast drivers behind me. Uli did a great job to bring the car in the second position, very close to the first one. I was fighting, but yes, there were 2 faster drivers. They catch me, so in general, so we are third place on the podium, like you told. So no, we are looking forward for Grobnik, yes,
sure,
for the next fight.
So experience at Polish racing circuit, I believe that could help you prepare to looking forward to a Grobnik fourth round of Polish Porsche Sprint Challenge Central Europe. I'm sorry, my language is so tired as you could be after racing the cars. New experience driving the Porsche Poznań racing circuit?
Yes, it is the first time I've been here. It is a very challenging, very technical circuit. But I like those kind of circuits. The temperature today with 34 degrees is a big struggle physically. So the drivers with the best physique, the best condition have the best chances of maintaining a high level of pace within the race. So this is a good training also for Grobnik. Grobnik will be very hot, very demanding. Yeah, as Franz already said, we will do our best to perform as good as we can in the 2 races we have and perform as good as we can in the endurance race we will share the car again with.
Thank you for the interview. Thank you for your effort on this weekend and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Franz and Ulrich, and I can see leaders of this race, the winner drivers, Dan Arrow and Tomasz Lach, somewhere over there looking for Porsche Taycan. Dan, can we have a little interview with you? Yeah, of course we can. Dan and Tomasz. Tomasz is getting prepared, getting their suits that should just look as 100% handsome racing drivers, but still there is also change of racing suit because yesterday Dan has different brand on his chest, but now with a good brand on his chest, Dan is ready to have an interview. Great job, as you has told us already during this swapping driver pose during the endurance race. You are first, just as you expected, but still the lap times of your rivals was very, very impressive.
I must say I enjoyed the race quite a lot. There were quite some battles. We had some slower traffic which we had to go around, and then passing the first car and the last car ahead was actually quite challenging. So I enjoyed myself.
Did you saw the live stream when Dan went that close to the edge of the track that he's almost half a wheel on the grass?
Yes, I saw.
There's lots of to learn, to know the limits. Not as Herbert Gaze, who went off the track several times, but still in the track so fast. Congratulations, guys. Are you going to race with each other in the same car during Grobnik and Brno racing into next rounds?
I don't know. Now it's difficult to say.
It's difficult to say, but with that driver, you have one good positive to do it once again.
Okay.
Guys, thank you very much. That was a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations with your winning in the general.
Thank you very much.
That was Dan Arrow and Tomasz Lach, and this very, very talented Lithuanian young guy, the big guest of... I don't know what even to say, because
and I was from Dan, I think, 4 seconds away in Dan, so I think I lost the race over there.
There is still something to improve, of course. The big career is in front of you still, so don't worry. And I believe this is the last stall of your career, but still, after 2 years of not driving, hopping to the car and deciding to drive full endurance distance is a very, very tough decision.
Yeah, you see, I have to prepare for a Palanga race in Lithuania. That's going to be in 2 weeks, and it's an endurance race. It's around 10 to I think 8 to 10 hours. So I have to prepare it somehow. So this is the best way.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for your next race, of course, and congratulations for winning in Pro-Am category.
Okay, thank you very much.
That was the winner of the Pro-AM category. And last but not least is the pair of the Czech drivers, which Karol and Petr are, the winners of Pro-AM category. So let's have a few words as well with them. Guys, congratulations. Especially because the rival was very, very close to you, but still you managed to have this gap and win the Pro-AM category. That was hard, I believe.
Yeah, it was like, you know, I didn't drive today, so it was like I had to jump in the car for the second stint directly, with 1 second gap only. Yeah, so actually the target was just to keep the first place, you know, and just to stay on the track. It was a lot slippery. I mean, on the last 15 minutes or second half of the stint was very difficult with I have to even at the traction control. I was like fighting a bit more with myself than with our guys or with Peter Brunner, which was behind us. Yeah, he overtook me as well. So it was the fight was fair, and then I even left him some space, and then he also made some mistakes. So yeah, it was interesting half an hour.
But still, Peter Breczka made a very, very great drive for himself. I know you're a bit shy to have a conversation in English, but still, congratulations for your best results here, and wish you good luck and last 2 rounds in Brno and Grobnik.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was the leaders, and we are going to have now the ceremony. So I'm giving the word to Mr. Lechner to hear what is going on the podium. My name is Maciej Kłakowski, and that was a big pleasure to be with you this Saturday. I'm so tired, but I'm so happy. Thank you.
The last race of today, the 100 miles of Tor Poznań. Where's the music?
Everyone here, please.
100 miles of Tor Poznań. Thank you, guys. Well done. Great job. Let's welcome on stage our ambitious drivers. P3 from Promoter Racing Austria. Well done. Günther Benninger, P3. P2 from FMD Racing Switzerland, Peter Brunner. And the win goes to GT Sports Technology from Czech Republic, Peter Brecker and Karel Neffe. please. Thank you, big applause. And one more trophy we have for the winning team of the weekend. Goes to Austria, Pro Racing, the winning team, 2024 Tor Poznań. Congratulations, Pro Racing. Please, all team members, come on stage. Team boss, Harry Project, his team, his drivers, wife, sponsors, partners. Congrats, well done. Big applause. This was round number 3 in Tor Poznań. Thanks for coming. We are now heading to the summer break. We are back in Croatia in the beginning of September. I hope we can welcome you all in Croatia. Wonderful race near to the sea. I want to say thank you to my team, to my mechanics, to all the mechanics, all the drivers, all the sponsors, all the partners, and all people from Porsche Poland. Thanks for coming again. It was a great weekend. Bye-bye and have a nice summer holiday.
odcinek rajdu w swoim czerwonym Porsche 911 nazwanym Red 58. Wszyscy twierdzą,
Porsche. Napędzani marzeniami.
Zmiana jest trudna. Może nie być przyjemna. To ciężka praca. Jeszcze raz. Powtórz. Zmień coś. Zmiana jest nieunikniona. To młodość, radość, nowa energia, nowa siła. Zmiana to ty. Nowe w pełni elektryczne Porsche Macan. Bądź zmianą, pozostań sobą.